Hey guys, how's everybody doing out there? Welcome back to my review. Apologize for that. Somebody asked me a question and I wanted to answer it real quick. I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, yeah, it was what like out of Convergence and Secret Wars. I guess what is that number? What is this number 5? Secret Wars number 5 or so. Like besides the main stories, like what are the other like titles and stuff would you get, like the spin-offs, the minis that are going to be along with that? With Convergence, guys, I found that I'm only going to get the main story and only going to get the series that focus on the pre 52 stuff, like stuff that was going on going back to pre 52 before the whole, like the Lee Weeks Superman, where Lois is pregnant with his child and things like that. I want to read that and see how that goes. Anything that was pre 50, pre Flashpoint, right before Flashpoint happened, that was going on with the books, then I'll stick with that. With the Secret Wars, that's a little bit harder because there's a couple of good minis that I actually looking forward to picking up there. A Force is one of them. Definitely going to pick that up. The all female like Avengers team. I think that's pretty cool. Another one I definitely uh, is probably I think it's Hands of Kung Fu. Looking forward to that, and also I think Captain Britain and the Defenders looks good, uh, and the Spider-Man stuff, because there's one that deals with Spidey and Mary Jane back together, yeah, with their child. That one definitely. But then there's another one that deals with, it's kind of intertwined with the Spider Island. But the only reason I want to read that is because it has what's going on with May Parker in there. So that's all. But that's pretty much it. I'm trying to remember who asked that question, but I remember the question. I just can't remember who presented it with me. But I'm gonna give you my thoughts on this week's books. I have some indie, I got some Marvel, and I got DC, as well as another series of DC came to an end, and you'll see what I thought about it. Well, let's kick it off with the indie books, and we're gonna kick this off with damn, sorry to glare. Lady Mechanika number 5. Uh, this is the 5th and final issue of the this is chapter 5 of the what story is this? The Mystery of the Mechanical Corpse. Can't wait to the next chapters begin with Lady Mechanika. Uh, Overall, this was still very good. Lady Mechanika does uh, find the clues, and the mysterious mechanical corpse wasn't really a corpse. It was, she was actually still alive. Had a little bit of a tragedy at the end to it for this adventure. Um, does she come closer to finding who she really is? Not so much, but the artwork was great. Um, the storytelling was good. It was good steampunk storytelling, and this is the cover for the B cover. They ran out of the A cover, but it was good. Let's move on to Dark Horse. We have Captain Midnight number 21. Found out that this series is coming to an end at the 20 when it hits 24. But they say Captain Midnight may be over, but Midnight is not. I'm like, okay, what does that mean? He drops the captain and just call himself Midnight. But Joshua Williamson still does a good job with this. The captain travels to Arcadia to talk to X, and they do not like each other at all. They have a very, not even a love-hate relationship. It's like, you come to Arcadia, X will track you down. Like, what the fuck are you doing in my city? Like, he is just that almost paranoid about Arcadia, and you can understand why if you read X series. But he needs to, Captain needs some information about the superhumans that were in Arcadia in his series that pretty much nearly took out the northern half of Arcadia. He needs to know what's going on. Who are they? And it's really great banter between X and Captain Midnight. It was really funny. But there are times you just like, yo, X, he just wants some info. That's all. Just give him it and he'll go. He'll leave. It was so funny. But um, I enjoyed this very much. Another good issue. Do yourselves a favor. It's not too late. Well, I wouldn't say it's too late to catch the single issues, but 4 volumes of Captain Midnight is out in terms of trade, so you can catch up with this series. This was good. Let's move on to Conan the Avenger. This is issue number 12. This is the final chapter of the Damn Horde. Fred Van Lint and Brian Chin does the artwork. Like I said, the covers of these is beautiful. I just wish that it was more that this was the interior art. Like I said, no offense to Brian Chin, but Conan's still fighting Thamok Amon, the wizard, who's pretty much summoned this horde of lizard men, and Conan is kind of sick. He's got a like a spell or flu-like spell on him, and he's coughing up black liquid. But we all know Conan. He's a Sumerian, and you know that's not gonna stop him. His will is too strong to let that stop him, and he. Sorry, that was my dad. My dad does not like the Jason Momoa Conan. But this was good. He, as always, Conan pretty much comes out a little bit on top. You know, he's able to thaw Amon's plans. What he does to the lizard men in this was pure Conan. You know, he's ripping off heads, he's chopping. It was just, and it's so bad that the fierce lizard men are scared of Conan. It was just like, wow, he's putting fear in them. Even like these giant, like 9-foot tall lizard men, they were backing down from him. So, but the end of it really was ending really cool because the men that Conan was traveling with, one of them came back, and it also turned out good for him because something really welcomely happened to him. I'm not going to spoil what that was, but this was good. Looking forward to seeing where they go from there. But so far, Conan the Avenger is a very good series. Fred Van Lint does a good job with Robert E. Howard's classic character, Conan. Um, Nothing really to complain about. And we will give you a double dose of Conan. Conan and Red Sonia, number 3. Gail Simone, yes, and Jim Zub. Randy Green does the artwork. So once again, this picks up, I guess, a few years after the last time the Sumerian and the Hycarian met, or the she-devil. This time Conan's a little different. Like he's not the same anymore. Sonia literally is like, you're something is wrong. Like what's going on? You're not the same, because they've been chained together by this king who, the son of a king that Conan, the father of a son that Conan killed. And we get to know why. In the last issue, Conan was with someone he loved, and unfortunately she died. So his heart is broke. And Sonya does something that you literally would not see Sonya do. Sonya has always been that first. The only way you can gain her, I say her love or her You know, her womanly touch is if you can defeat her in combat. You know, no man will touch her in that way. But she does something for Conan that was just like, whoa. You know, she literally offers her comfort to him. And I'm not just talking like, oh, you know, hug and oh, that's good night. No, I'm talking like she literally offers him, and unfortunately something terrible happens to Conan, and the same wizard that was in this is in this, the one that vowed revenge on the two, and boy does he get his kind of quote unquote revenge um, with what he does to Conan, and it comes to the point where something kind of bad happens in this. I'm not going to ruin everything, but Gail Simone does a very good job with the storytelling with this. Uh, I was just really surprised that that kind of action that she took for Sonja, because that's, you know, but the storytelling also showcased that Sonja knows that she really has no other, no equal besides Conan. So it was just like, I can understand it, but I was a little shocked though. But Conan Red Sonia #3. I think there's one more issue to go for this. Good stuff. All right, Tomb Raider #14. Rihanna Pratchett does a good job. Dark Waters. Yeah, Laura and her friends are traveling to Mexico to help their friend, and a lot of crazy stuff starts happening here. Like her friends are like feel like they're being possessed and things like that. They're jumping off boats. They get attacked by a great white shark. Um, it's her friend showing no fear to the shark. Like it's coming right at her, and all she does once it comes out of the water, she literally just takes her cross off and stabs it in the eye. And I'm just like, like literally, you got no fear of a great white shark coming at you, and she's just in the water, just like smiling and just like, yeah, come on. And as soon as it jumps out, to, you know how sharks are, because sharks are dumb. You know, they gotta bite everything just to see, you know, what it is, and if they like it, then they'll come back for it. Well, this shark exactly does that. It bites the captain of their boat, then it comes after Laura's friend, and she don't care. Like, just something was weird going on, and when they finally make it to land, you know, she's acting really differently, and then Laura's like, okay, what the hell just happened? But this is just this felt like Tomb Raider meets the Twilight Zone. That's basically all I could really describe this issue, but it was good. It was just really weird. All right. Move on to Django and Zorro, issue #5. Quentin Tarantino and Matt Wagner do a good job with this tale. This continues to be a very good crossover that is kind of surprising to a lot of people because of the fact that it's Quentin Tarantino. You know, you're thinking a lot of F-bombs are going to be dropped, a lot of goriness, even in the comic, but it's not. You know, it's really good storytelling. So Django finally knows the truth that the person he's supposed to be bodyguarding, De La Vega, is this legendary El Zorro, as the people are talking about. And he puts two together. And, you know, De La Vega tells him the story, and we even get a little bit of a flashback of Django and uh, his old, Waltz, who Christos Waltz played. I think, what is his name? Dr. Schultz. Yeah, Schultz. There we go. Um, and it's kind of like a really good scene of what Django went through, and kind of what he's having remnants of it again. But as always, Zorro doesn't see the content of Django's skin. You know, he's more like, you're a good man. You know, you just, it's kind of interesting to see. It was good storytelling. I love how Django has to dress up in a Zorro costume, and then one of them is actually funny where he's like, I know you don't use a rapier or sword, but you gotta. How are you with a whip? And Django's like, yeah, I know about whips, and so he's using it, and uh, Zoro's like, he's like, no, no, you're doing it wrong. Do it like this. So Zoro used the whip and whips off, you know, the flame off of three candlesticks. And Django's like, whoa. He's like, you got to teach me that. He's like, later, but just it was very cool. I enjoyed this. Continues to be a good issue, and you get more in depth into what the Archduke of Arizona, his real plans are, and who he might really be, and more. He may be more than meets the eye, and in terms of he could be living a lie. But really good storytelling. Like I said, Quentin Tarantino does a good job with the writing here. All right. Um, Move on to Red Sonia, number 15. Gail Simone and Walter Giovanni does the artwork in here. This, oh man, this was good. This was good. Now you gotta remember, Sonya's still cursed. She was cursed that she could never forgive anybody. To stop herself from hurting people, she literally disfigured her own hands. Like, I'm talking about, her hands are so badly damaged, it's to the you can see the bone, her, like the fingers in her bone, like it's just so bad. Uh, and it was very, 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 very interesting indeed. Sonya realizes that how powerful that word "I forgive you" really is, and it inspires all the people who wanted to hurt her before because of what she did in the last issue, join her against the wizard that cursed her. And man, it was good storytelling. This was just really good. Not going to ruin too much for you, but you could truly see that, yes, Sonya is a very inspirational figure in her world, and how much she's able to push someone to their better, to better themselves. It was good. I enjoyed this very much. Gail continues to shine with Red Sonia. Uh, Mike Costa, G.I. Joe, Snake Eyes, Agent of Cobra. God damn, it's still hard to say that. I'm sorry, guys. It is still hard for me to say. I'm not going to get used to it. I'll never get used to seeing this. Snake Eyes, Agent of Cobra. Not too much of Snake Eyes in this, more on Cobra's son in this one, and what he was going through, and when he got to meet his father, you know, Cobra Commander's son, and things like that. It was really interesting, and we get to see also more players involved in trying to capture Cobra Commander's son. The Arashikage, led by Storm Shadow. Yeah, it's getting really very interesting indeed. But I've been enjoying it. It's good storytelling. Mike Costa does a good job with it. All right, let's move on to Xenoscope. Uh, Grim Fairy Tales, The Little Mermaid, number 2. Oh, man. Meredith Finch, my lady, you are doing a fantastic job with this. So the people who have kidnapped Erica, um, running numerous tests on her, and they're sticking her with them with needles and everything like that. And Erica just wants to go home. She's just like, please let me go. You don't have to do this, please, please. And we get to realize that maybe not everybody involved with these doctors are not on her side, but mostly you also get to know more about Erica's father, and it does have a feel. Meredith writes this kind of like a little bit of a feel of Aquaman's mother, Atalanta, you know, and Aquaman's father, how they met and things like that. It really has that kind of feel. The Sea Witch in here is still badass but great. Um, this was really good. These really not a lot of action, but the storytelling is really what sells this book, this issue really well. I very much enjoyed this. Good job. All right. All right, let's move on to Marvel. Got Marvel books here. All right, let's move on to all new Ghost Rider number 12. This, I believe, is the last. This is the last issue, last chapter in this series. This was very interesting. Um, Basically, Robbie, he's still very much in control over um, what's the kind of vengeful spirit, evil spirit that's in Eli Morrow. Pretty much is still in control of him. You know, he's wearing him off, but Eli's talking like, yeah, everybody's gonna die, boy. Everybody you get close to is gonna die. The girl you love, she's gonna die. And we get to see that Eli is messing with Robbie's younger brother, his brother who is mentally challenged, and he's pretty much used him. He uses him as a very, very, very like scapegoat, so Eli could get revenge on the Russian mafia mob boss that killed him, because that's all he wants. But he's using Robbie's brother as like a host, and it's sick. It was really sick. So Robbie has to, and now that Eli Morrow is kind of out of him, Robbie's powers are not as strong as they used to. However, Eli is able to stop his brother. I mean, not Eli. Robbie's able to stop his brother uh, by saying the one things that his brother wants to hear him say. I love you, and I'm always going to be there for you. And that's able to. However, Eli still is like, it's still not good for you because you're always going to be with me now. However, Robbie's like, look, and I'm going to read it. I'll even read it what he says. He says, look, I'll make a deal. Find me the worst scum on the planet. Find me those who torture, kill, and rape. Find the foulest, darkest, degenerate souls to walk the earth. People like you, Eli Morrow. And I'll gladly destroy them. But I will kill no one else. And Eli Morrow basically says, all right, you got yourself a deal. So it kind of ends with, all right, I make the deal with you, since Robbie knows, okay, I'm stuck with you now. You find me the degenerates, all the crappy people on the earth, the scum, and I'll uh, I'll I'll put the hurting on them, but I'm not gonna kill them. That's pretty much it. But this was good. Amazing X-Men number 18. Chris Yosh. All right. This was good. We get to find out who is the true unstoppable and future juggernaut. Now, right now, it's the living monolith. I was impressed, and he's like super tall. And the X-Men are, the funniest thing about this book is they're sitting around just talking about, okay, Storm's like, look, I've been in a foul mood. I got to get out of this mood. And they're just sitting around chatting while this giant juggernaut is just walking around, and they're just like, I was like, really, yo? She's like, are you? And they're like, how do we stop the juggernaut? And I love the line where they said, I wonder, do the Avengers do something like this? Do they have animosity towards, their and a lot of them like, yeah, they do. Firestar's like, yeah, they do, and things like that. Um, they start bringing up a lot of things about Colossus, like, you know, like, you're like a martyr, like you're like the avatar of a martyr, like you always sacrifice yourself for the greater good. It was like, whoa, they're calling him out on a lot of stuff. Uh, what the hell is he? But it was very interesting. But I thought that was funny. However, uh, we find out who the real Colossus tries to make a move. He calls to Sidorak, and he calls and he's like, "Look, I'll be this. I'll do everything like that." And Sidorak makes a deal with okay. However, he didn't make the deal with Colossus. He made it with somebody else. Who else? There's one other person among him, and I'm not gonna spoil it. But I was like, okay, it comes full circle. It came full circle. Who would basically, guys? K Marco is the unstoppable juggernaut once again. It went full circle. It's returned back to him. And I'm like, okay, I really didn't have a problem with that. I'm like, okay, I don't mind that. But it was cool. This was cool. All right. Daredevil, number 14, Mark Waid. Oh my God, magic. But I gotta admit, Wade, are you serious about that? Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Waid, as you all know right now, in Wade's run, Daredevil's his identity is public. Everybody knows he's like a public figure now. Everybody knows Matt Murdock is Daredevil. His identity is no longer secret. And there's also he actually has a $8 million deal for someone to write his story in a book. And the person that's writing it is Action. And one time, he's like, he's like, why do you wear the mask? Why do you continue to wear the mask if everybody knows who you are? And it's almost like, yeah, it was just a force of habit. So Matt literally goes, he, I gotta show it. I gotta show it. Matt says, all right, you know what? You know what? It's time that maybe I change a look. So what does Matt do? He he literally comes to uh, a defense, court. Bam, decked out in a red suit. I said that was like Matt's taking fashion tips from Moon Knight, because Moon Knight he'll sometimes wear a white suit and a mask, and I thought that was really interesting. But we get to see the owl. The owl's daughter is in this. I'm like, and Matt even calls out. He's like, how many of my old enemies have kids, which is so funny. But this was good, and we get to learn more what's going on with the owl. It's like, god damn. And the owl's daughter, man, she's no joke. I like her. She's pretty cool. Um, but I enjoyed this. Deathlock, number 6. Oh my god. Um,
I got another queen, but I tell him to leave the bathroom right now because I can't do it, right? And don't close the door, right?
Edmondson continues to shine with this title. Edison continues to shine with this title. I really don't want to spoil anything with this, because it's just really good. Things are changing for what's what's his name? Henry Hayes. A lot of things are changing for Henry Hayes, and all I will say is, oh man, what the people that control Henry Hayes, that made him the new Deathlock, did to his daughter. Wow, unbelievable. This was good, very good stuff. Do yourself a favor. It's not too late to jump on Deathlock. Elektra number 11. This is the final issue of this series. It's getting canceled because of low sales. I really don't understand why. This has just been a fantastic series. Blackman does a good job with this. So basically, it's come down to this another fight with Bullseye. Bullseye is completely healed. He's thanks to the Guild of Assassins. We find out that the leader of the Guild of Assassins is not is what you would not expect it to be. It's a little girl. It's a telepathic girl. She has telepathic powers, but she leads the Guild of Assassins. While on the other side, Gambit now leads the Guild of Thieves. We found that out in the last issue of found that in the last issue of what was it of damn it Storm. Yeah, there we go. But in this, it's come down once again another badass fight between Elektra and a new improved Bullseye. And yeah, when I mean new improved, yeah, he's been, thanks to the Guild of Assassins, they have improved him even more than what he was. It's really good, but good stuff. And I love the last line that Elektra says. Basically, she says, I love what she says. Stupid. She tells some of the people that work for the guild, oh my god. She says, I never joke about business. I'm not here to take over the guild. I'm here to destroy it. And it ends there. Do yourselves a favor. Check out Elektra, guys. I really recommend it. If you're a fan of Elektra, I do recommend you trying this out. It's only 11 issues. It's sad to see that this book only got 11 issues because of low sales. But the writing was on par, was superb. The artwork, there was sometimes a hit and a miss, but it was good. For me, I'm a huge fan of the deadliest assassin in the Marvel Universe, and it did not disappoint me. All right. Guardians 3000. I'm going to start with this. Got a double dose of Guardians for you. Abinette does a good job with this. Gina Drake, they finally enter the Temple of the Great Hunger, or the Old Hunger, or what they call it, the Great, uh, the older, the slumber. They wake up the slumber act. They wake up this slumbering galactic and the Old Hunger, and we find out that the Old Hunger is somebody I kind of expected it to be. I'm gonna spoil it for you. It's Galactus. Galactus. That's one of his old names. It's like, it's like kind of like the devil. He's got all these different names. The El Diablo, Lucifer, Beelzebub, things like that. Galactus has old names too. Old Hunger is one of them. And Gina's like, can you help us? Time is being all fluctuated and everything like that. And he's like, I can, but I'm not. I was like, damn, Galactus, you're a jerk. But then he kind of like gives him a tool to help them, and they travel back in time. He knows that it's something back in time that you need to do to stop this. So the original Guardians travel back. Gina, Charlie 27, Yondu, Star Lord. They travel back to the year 2015. Land in New York. And who do you think they run into? Give you a clue. It's the next book I'm going to review. They run into them, and it was so funny. I knew they were going to do this, but I didn't think they were going to do it so early in the series. But it was great seeing both them interact with each other. This was good. Very good indeed. Good job. Guardians of the Galaxy number 25. Yeah. The old Guardians, the original Guardians, run into the familiar Guardians of the Galaxy. Maybe not too many people remember that the original Guardians of the Galaxy were from the year 3000, from the 31st century. This is like the familiar Guardians that everybody know. But anyway, this issue, man, oh my God. I'm not gonna spoil too much in here, but all I'm gonna say is I can't believe Bendis, you went there. I can't believe you went there with that. You serious? The Kree homeworld, Hala, destroyed. The Kree superior intelligence, destroyed. Does this mean the Kree are extinct? Or no, not really, because the Kree Empire, they have other planets as well. But the home world, Hala, is destroyed. And I'm not gonna ruin who did it, but that was really that shocked me the most. Bendis, I can't believe you pulled that out. New Avengers. New Avengers 32. Hickman and my boy Mike Deodato Jr. Yes, loved his artwork. In this, pretty much, we get to see the multiversal Avengers, which is made up of Hyperion, Thor, Starbrand, uh, Abyss, and his sister X Nelio, and I believe a Night Mask battle. I believe the what are they called? The Ivy Kings, known as the Beyonders, and it gets really bad. We see a lot of deaths and a final stand between Thor and Hyperion, who Hyperion considers Thor a brother. Uh, but this was good. This was pretty decent. The artwork in here by Mike Deodato is beautiful. I loved it. It suited the mood. Good stuff. All right. Nightcrawler. Sorry, guys. I'm paying attention to something else. But okay. Nightcrawler number 12. This is the final issue for Claremont's Nightcrawler run. I don't know if this was just a 12 maxi series, or was it supposed to be continued to go on, but I guess it got canceled. Why? Anyway, this was good. It ended on a good manner. I didn't mind the way it ended. You could see, Kurt really caring about Kurt caring about the kids that he's now kind of with. You could kind of see that Kurt may have he might have a he might have a little new girlfriend. It was very interesting indeed. But I didn't mind. I just wish that this series wasn't ending. But thank you, Mr. Claremont, for coming back to write a great X-Men that I love, Kurt Wagner, Nightcrawler. All right. Here we go. All right. Come on, Bryant. Sorry, guys. WrestleMania is on. Aquaman.
I told you it'll be alright, or you might not find it alright.
Aquaman. Aquaman number 40. This was good. I'm not going to ruin a damn thing in this book. It was really good to see that perhaps Aquaman's mother realized that Arthur truly is her son. That's all I'm going to say, but this was good. I'm not going to ruin anything about that. Deathstroke number 6. Oh man. Oh man. And Brian is the new Intercontinental Champion. Yes. 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 Sorry guys. Um this was good. Uh I gotta admit, Deathstroke's father is no joke neither. I'm not gonna lie about that. The way he controls Jericho and good stuff. Harley in this was pretty funny. I love that she uh Deathstroke is fighting Bronze Tiger and kind of Lady Shiva, but then I love that Harley shoots Lady Shiva in her butt cheek. I thought that was funny. She's like, "Yeah, I got you." She's just sitting there, pop. She plugs one in Lady Shiva's butt cheek. I thought that was funny, but this was good. This was good nonetheless. Can't really complain too much. Tony Daniels' artwork is superb, but Deathstroke knows that what does he say, that he says someone has made this personal, in terms of going after his family, his children. So we'll have to wait till June when this comes back, because Convergence now will take over in April and May and things like that. But yeah, this was good. Sorry guys, my wrestling fans out there. Yeah, Brian, new champ, new IC champion. It's the only way to go. All right, The Flash, number 40. Uh, this was good too, and pretty much, all right, all right. Uh, Pretty much with this issue, guys, it has come. It has come to how can I put this? It's come to fruition now that the Barry from the future, or oh shoot, what the hell? Somebody jumped in front of the camera. It's come to fruition now that basically, as Flash Castle, as Gabi would say, has maybe come to realize that what he's done, what he's been doing, is wrong. After Patty has seen everything, what's going on with Barry in the Savage Flashland, and the Speed Force is getting crazy now, especially with the person that suckered Barry was very interesting as well. Does Barry get back to? Yes, they do, and I guess that everybody gets to see that there's two Flashes, so it's because everybody was like, yeah, Flash is killing people, so you get to see that as well. Um, what else basically gave me a pretty good notion, but really sad, is to see how Barry, he it's sad to see that basically things don't go right in terms of Barry in his personal life with Patty. Not gonna ruin. Well, you kind of should figure it out, but it has nothing to do with the fact that she doesn't love Barry, but it has something to do with something else. Not gonna ruin that. But it's that ending. Oh my God! Yes, I cannot wait to June, to Flash restarts in June, continues back up in June till we see the return. Oh my God! Not gonna ruin who it was we found at end, but ooh, ooh, and oh, the other thing I will spoil this part. Past Barry, future Barry tells who may have killed, but then I'm like, oh, see now I was a little bit disappointed in that. That was what I was a little disappointed, because now it seems now Flash now is doing what Green Arrow is doing in their real comic now. They're interjecting stuff from the Flash TV series into the comic now, and I'm like, really? But it was still good. As much as I did not like that, I'm not. It didn't really hurt the book. HeMan Eternity War, number 4. Oh my God, Avened. Oh, ooh, yes, 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 yes. I'm not ruining a damn thing about this book either. All I'm gonna say, there's a pretty decent fight between Hordak and She-Ra. You can see the loyalty that He-Man is gaining, especially with the Snake Men. Ooh, then the ending. Oh, ooh, good stuff. Not ruining a damn thing. And finally, we end this with Red Lanterns, number 40, the final issue of this series. The world will burn. This was better than the last issue, in my opinion. It was good to see Guy's sister again, one of his family members, one of his relatives. It's really good to see that Guy makes a big move here. He's been absorbing all the anger, all the rage, all the hate on Earth, and it's pretty much killing him. So what does he do? He sends his sister out into space as a safekeeping, and his sister's like, gets on the line because it's connected to his ring. She's like, Guy, what the hell are you doing? Like, don't sell me this. I love his sister, how he plays. She puts him in check, and I thought it was good. All in all, this was a good issue. I enjoyed the Red Lantern series, period. I think you should have really started taking off Red Lanterns and just called it Red Lantern, because it was just focusing now on Guy. But at the end of the issue, it made me feel very, very hopeful for Guy Gardner as a character and growth. And thank God he shaved off that stupid beard and that cut his damn hair and that stupid mustache. Yeah, he looks more like the old school Guy, which I like. We're talking about the buzz cut, clean shaved, especially at the end. I thought it was good. This was much better. All right, guys, that is it. Um, I apologize if I kind of went through a little bit, but WrestleMania is on, guys, and I'm focusing on doing the review and watching WrestleMania at the same time. But I want to thank you guys for watching. I will be back next time with another review. You know where you can find me: Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook. Don't forget my bros, Blue Goblin, my family, Blue Goblin, Mr. X, Comic Frontline, Comic Uno, you name it. Um, Hex, Brandon Hex, one of my first subscribers. He's still killing it with the comic motion videos. Uh, just the whole 9 yard, guys. Just, just check them out. You won't be disappointed. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.